Yeah, he's supposed to be coming on in a minute, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm
Bet.
still setting up here. There it is. It look like I'm all right now. Look like I'm missing something. I am. Okay. Man, I'm gonna get it together in a few minutes here, man.
I hear you. I need to
I'm gonna
figure out
get
how
it
the hell to
together.
zoom in.
Huh?
You gotta figure out how to zoom in. Let me see settings. Can I zoom? Nope, that's on the oh yeah, camera.
There you
See if
go.
I can zoom in.
Yeah.
But it's not
Okay.
zooming, it's just oh well it is what it is.
Right, right.
Okay, so now I go ahead and uh okay, comment, at
Uh-huh.
everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I just put at Michael McCutcheon and then at
There you
everyone.
go. Yeah, man. That's what that is. That's what that is. Yes, yes. Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. We back on Facebook, YouTube, and the Greenbag Life. Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, man. Tonight we got an amazing topic. Matter of fact, let me put the topic up here. There go the man, man. Oh no, that's you. That's you in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we got another topic here. Yeah, we're talking about economic reform, man. We're talking about changing the game on on this economic thing that we're battling every day in society, man. Because these leaders or so-called leaders, they trying to make sure that
Putting it.
we stay in a place of only doing so much, only having so much, only
Mm-hmm.
accomplishing so much. So we have to reform, we have to change the game. We have to make sure we elevate our game in order to change the game so that we can show these people this wealth gap is closing because it is. If y'all know it, if y'all don't realize it,
Mm-hmm.
we really are starting to become more aware of the things we spend our money on because listening to us being the most predominant spenders, consumers rather, in the pandemic and years after is really crazy to me. You know,
Yeah.
I was listening to Nuri Muhammad. He was saying that if we had put our money back into another, if we would have put our money back into our own community, we would be the fifth or no, the eighth richest country in the world.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
You gotta let that sink in, man. If we were to put our money back into black communities and black businesses, we would be the eighth richest country in the world. Whoo! Say, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's some things that we need to realize that we need to talk about, and really put that inside of our heads and put that into the forefront of our minds so that it can start make sense, man. Because
Right.
a lot of things don't make sense when you are steady just going about your day, not caring about our positioning in the governments, in the communities, in places to where our money really matters. Like that's why um the Nigerian president, what's his name? Is it Nigerian president?
Which
The
one?
African president? The African
Uh
president, the one, the young one.
oh
Yeah, I can't remember
man,
his
I
name.
forget his name. I know he's
Yeah,
a captain
right.
trained in
And so
America, learned went to school in America.
yeah, that's
I
why
forget his
he
name right
yeah,
now.
that's why
And
he
and the
kicked
country.
yeah, that's why he kicked America up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's time, bro. It's time to take back on, time to take back control of our oh yeah, Turo,
Yeah, Torre,
Toure,
Torre.
Toure. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, and so yeah, that's what we have to do, man. Get our positioning back. in order to see some progress in our communities, man, because that's the major
Mhm.
thing to be the eighth richest country in the world if we were to put our money back into a black community. So, man, we're gonna build on some economic reform tonight, man. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna bring some awareness to the people who are really off into financial literacy now, who is off into financial understanding because we didn't grow up with that. We didn't have that in our lives, man. So, Mike, give me a little bit of what you got, man, on this topic tonight.
Well, just to expand on what you were saying, is that throughout history, there have been psychiatrists and psychologists, scientists that all got together to figure out how best to sell to us,
Right.
how to market to black people. And they know
Exactly.
we like bling bling, we like big things, we like to show off what we have. So we want to look
Mhm.
rich when we're not.
Right.
So they cater
Right.
to that. But the thing is, since this is economic reform and black history, I focus more on black history and
Yeah.
those leaders in our history work to that work toward economic reform. And you
Hmm.
see, economic reform and black history are really closely intertwined because, well, especially in the U.S., because it involves a struggle for economic inclusion, land ownership, fair labor, and financial autonomy.
Yeah.
You see, we were given the lie after slavery with the Reconstruction. Well, I got it in the notes, but that 40 acres and a mule,
Right.
that was a lie. They
Exactly.
told us this was what we were getting, and then they went back on that deal just like they did on every other promise that they made to us. They went back on it because in order to keep us in a place like they did away with slavery. So now
Right.
we were no longer property. We became all of a sudden we were free. So then they came up with sharecropping. So what
Hmm.
was that? Making us indebted to the landowners while we were farming their land. So basically we were still slaves doing the
Yeah.
exact same job and paying them out of our wages. And it's no way to get out of debt once you get in because you got to eat, you need tools, you need seed to plant, you got to get it from the landowners. So while they're giving you this stuff on credit, you paying them back. So you got a healthy crop. You basically keep very little of it because it all goes back to the master. We don't call
Right.
him master no more, but that's what it is. And in today's society, same thing. We go into a job every day, working 40 hours a week, and most times, a lot of y'all are working 80 hours a week just to pay the master.
Yeah.
Because you're
I
paying
object,
the
Your Honor.
government taxes. That's why I say some of us, because we know you ain't paying no, you only paying who you want, and yours are employees. But that's economic reform. Get it out of being the consumer and becoming the seller, being the entrepreneur.
Right.
That's where the reform
I've
actually
come up with a
comes in.
solution on how to get out of
Let's
debt
let's do
within
it.
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You got your paper and pen ready?
Know it. Pen in hand.
Yeah.
Take copious notes. Tell your bill collectors, fuck them. Let it go to your credit. It'll wipe off in 7 years.
How
Yep.
about that?
No, I'm joking. But no, you're absolutely right.
Hey,
It's
but there is some truth to that.
Oh
There's
yeah, I know.
definitely some truth.
Uncle Donald taught me well. They used
Yeah.
to learn the
Yeah.
difference between chapter 7 and chapter 11. One of them is where you
Mm-hmm.
can keep, your money, everything else, and everything else just goes away, or you can go ahead and start all over. So I
Right.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what he did was, yeah, he filed. Shit, multiple celebrities filed, but you know, everybody, oh man, they filed bankruptcy, like they're broke. No,
Right.
they're just getting a fresh start on life.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't have to pay off the people you owe money to.
That's
Right.
right. And that's what he's good at. He's good at
Yeah.
avoiding the system. So that's
Right.
why I tell people all the time, we can't be mad at what he's doing because what he's doing is surviving.
Mhm.
Presidents don't make a lot of money, but he's just ignorant about some of the stuff he says because we don't know if he's actually doing what he says. But you know, if it is, it
Well,
is.
one thing I can say, presidents really don't make a lot of money
Yeah,
technically, but he's turned his presidency into a business. He's making money,
Yeah, but he was about his business before he even considered running for president.
exactly.
right?
I mean, it's
Just
like it's a
imagine.
stepping stone for him. So it's like something else he can tag onto his resume.
His
Ran the
resume.
country twice.
Exactly.
Hey, with 34 felony.
Yeah,
Yep. Or
but I mean,
think
like
about it.
dealing
He
with the
goes
low
to.
gap,
Mhm.
the income disparities, while median households, the black household, they make 8 times less than most white households. But
Mhm.
if you're talking about the community, what they do, what they allow them to get, what they allow them to get away with, you have foreigners that can come here and apply for different loans, different grants, don't even have to worry about paying it back, don't even have to pay the taxes on it. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
then let somebody like you, like a native of this land or this country, um, they run you through the ringer just
Can't
to go and
even
get a
get
hundred
it on.
thousand dollars.
Right.
Exactly.
And do you know why that is?
Speak, my
To
brother.
keep us where they want us.
There you go. Because see, we haven't did the homework. You got to remember something. When people come from other countries, they study us before they even get here.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So they do their homework before they even enter the country. So when I enter the country, I've already got a plan. I'm organized. I'm already intact. When you sitting here and they keep giving you new toys to look at, like Mike was speaking about earlier, how to sell to the Negro. I'm gonna bring
Mhm.
some new toys out for them. Oh, we got a new iPhone. Black people buying iPhones like they're going out of style, just to say I got the new one, just to say I'm up on you on this new,
Mhm.
and not realizing that it's the same phone from
Mhm.
2007. You
Yeah.
know, but just to say, hey, it's new. I got it. I beat you out. I got it before you. I got an iPhone. It's like you don't realize all of your information is on these phones. All of your information, the things you think about, is on the phones. You ain't even thought it yet. It's
Mhm.
on the phone because they got you. They looking at you. They listening to you. They hear the words you speak. They listen while you sleep on your phone. So
Yeah.
even with that, examples, these are 5 examples of economics. So that's what we're doing, producing mad iPhones. We're producing new things. We're producing, now we're supplying these people who got more money than they know what to do with.
Mhm.
So we're going to supply them because they're buying everything. We're going to keep selling it to them, and then we see who really is consuming the goods and services, which is us anyway. So, like I
Right.
said in the beginning, if we realize that we could be the 8th largest country in the whole world by black people, I mean, by spending their money into the black community, we could be, black people, melanated people, could be the 8th largest country in the world.
Right.
Once we
Yeah.
realize that, we have to realize that. We have to really put that in our heads, man. So that's why
But
we're talking about it. We're talking about this economic reform so we can change the narrative, man. So
yeah.
Exodus A, what you have on this here?
I just want to ask, why is it some things that you can go and buy in a white neighborhood that you can't
Wow.
buy in a black neighborhood? Or let me rephrase that. You can go to some hood stores and
Right.
they
Mhm.
sell everything from malt liquor, wild Irish turkey, anything you can think of. But you can go to a white corner store and you can't even buy those same things.
Mm-mm.
No.
They're not gonna sell it. You can't go to my subdivision and go to the corner store and buy a two-piece dark with and $40 on pump three.
Nah, you
But if
can't
I
do
was
that.
going to the other side of town, oh man, y'all hungry? Oh yeah, let me get a 12 piece.
Right.
And
Mhm.
it's like, different things like that. They do this stuff just to keep you down. There was a couple of interesting Afro Americans that I'm looking for my notes. That was actually a part of that. As far as like the woke gap, the income disparities, the progress indicators. Um,
Mhm.
Same thing as going to school. I
Yeah.
mean, you and your best friend, y'all could have y'all became best friends as children, but by the time I was going to like to what middle school or grade school, um, because y'all stayed on, just a separate
Right on that
property
line.
line. Yeah,
Right.
it's like y'all can even continue to grow, but because of that.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of major players that was involved. Jesse Jackson being one of them. And it's like the other day
Hmm.
when you came up with the topic, and I want to say that was the day, or he died. He died the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The coalition.
Hey, one of the last living civil rights icons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, who else is still there? I
It's some
still
that
got
they
a
don't they
couple.
that wasn't on the front line, but
Right.
Yeah.
or they might have been on the front line, but we didn't hear their
They're
names,
not in the public eye now. Oh,
Right.
Sharpton is still alive, ain't he? Reverend
Cochran?
Sharpton? Sharpton.
Oh, Al
Oh yeah,
Sharpton,
Al
yeah.
Al still
He's
he's
still
still
alive,
kicking.
right?
Lost
Yeah.
all
Okay,
that
so I
weight.
know at least what he's one of them, but yeah.
Still had that hair, but he lost all that weight.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
But
Hey,
so I
well,
wanna
go ahead.
yeah, I wanna go back into what this black history is because we've been doing this since the early 1800s, man.
Hmm.
We're gonna
Yes.
start out with Booker T. Washington. He promoted black economics, self-reliance, and in the late 1800s, early
Hmm.
1900s, through vocational training. That's like back in school when we used to have vocational training
Yep.
classes. You know what I'm saying? That was us doing economic reform. But you see what they did, took it out of the school system because, oh no, we letting these people get too smart. They are starting to build empires again. They're starting to do too much
Yep.
again. So no, we got to take this out of the school and slow them down
Yeah.
because they doing too much. If y'all ever
Yep.
realize something, man, when we as melanated people, when we get a hold to something, we run with it. We take off soccer, we take off tennis, we take off golf, we
Golf.
take off,
Yep.
you know. So it's like
Racing. Yep.
anything we take off because we are the
We
supreme
excel
being,
at
and
it.
we need to realize this over and over again every day in your head. The government does not control you. You the only one who are being controlled by what they're saying because you keep thinking in your head, I have to be in their system in
Hmm.
order to make it. I have to be in their system. You don't have to be in their system. You don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to do none of that. You just have to be willing to have your paperwork in order. Not the legal paperwork, but just your personal notes. Take your own notes. It's like what they call it when you do it on music, poor man copyright. You mail the song back to yourself and never open it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Same thing with your business. Poor man's copyright. Poor man's organization. You can say, hey, I started this business in X, Y, and Z. You mail it to yourself. You started it. Oh, what about the taxes you have to pay? Say, who paying taxes? Anybody paying taxes nowadays? Donald Trump don't even pay taxes. What are you doing? Are y'all
Yeah.
serious? You better learn how to put this stuff in a trust.
Yeah.
You get to pay only what you can, only what's left over, not from the beginning. See, we haven't been
Right.
taught. Pay the taxes that the end of the money, not at the
Hmm.
beginning of the money. It's a
Right.
difference. You know what I'm saying? If you get penalized for not filing through your government, you don't have to, man.
Yeah.
We have to do the homework and we stop being lazy in our learning. We'll understand and understand all of the rules of the game before they even happen. But we so caught up on what somebody said to us. Oh, they said on the news that we can't do that. That's like when we were selling the tea, guys, and the people you trying to sell to. Well, my doctor said I can't take a detox tea that's all natural.
Yeah. Now let's just take that statement and break it down. That's all
Yeah.
natural.
That's
So in other words,
all
what he's
natural.
giving you is not natural.
Not at all.
No, man.
Yeah. Hey, but that's the thing. They got their ways to keep us from getting ahead. And then when
Well,
we start to get ahead, they change the rules.
well, the thing is, they're not
Always switching
stopping
up
us.
on us.
That's what I was explaining to you just now. They're not stopping us. We're stopping us
Mhm.
by
Yeah.
listening.
No, but what I mean is for those of us who actually do pick
Right,
up on the game and start doing those things to start getting ahead.
right,
And it doesn't matter if whether it's business, finance, sports, whatever. Once
right.
we start doing things and becoming too successful, they change the game.
They changed the
They
rules.
try to knock us back. They'll do
Yeah,
something. It's just
you're
like
right.
with Black Wall Street. They saw we were being successful without them, and out of envy and spite, they destroyed the community.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
no other reason than that because we were too successful and they
Right.
couldn't see us getting ahead without them.
Mm-hmm. So you
And
know
it
it's
didn't happen just once.
and you know they done got programmed. Some black people done got programmed with that same ideology, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy.
They still into that Bible. The only book I read is the Bible.
Mm,
Well, they
mm.
read Proverbs. At least Proverbs are going to give you some kind of lessons on life.
Psalms and
It'll
proverbs.
teach you something. Yeah, but they reading everything but.
Right. Yeah, man, and that's where we. That's like guys like Marcus Garvey, man. You know, he founded
Hmm.
the Universal Negro Improvement Association. We don't even have these kind of organizations anymore. We got to get back to this.
No.
That's why I'm looking up the family crest, and then I'm gonna start going from the family crest on to the family standard of operations and all of that. So I'm putting that
Hmm.
together this week for passing this down for generations so that we can be economically better off by the time my grandson graduate. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
You know, so we set up a plan right now, say we got an economic reform right now, and then all of a sudden everything is implemented, and then by the time your grandchildren get of age, you would already have a trust for them to fall right into. You would already
hmm,
have a a market. I can say, let's say they are IULs, or they um anything that they doing now to where they can accumulate money 20 years down the line. So we'll set them
right.
up. You know what I'm saying? We'll have them set up already. So once you
Yep.
get your crest, you get your standard of operation, and then you do your framework, and all of these things will start to be in alignment with where you're going, because you're going to be passing down generational information that's going to
Right,
benefit you, instead of generational curses that's holding them back, that's keeping them in the loop of recycle, recycle, recycle. It's like
right.
we're recycling the wrong information.
Stay in the matrix.
We staying
Yeah,
in the matrix when we got the power to get out of the matrix. It's like people didn't they
exactly.
realize that movie The Matrix was not just a movie, it was a documentary
Yeah,
of this world that we're
yeah,
living in. You get up
yeah,
every day, you can make a choice. You can either take the red pill or the blue pill. Make your choice though. But a lot of
yeah.
people don't want to choose either one.
Nah, they'd rather make a cocktail and take both of them, and then they get upset with the outcome.
Well, when that it don't
Because
work, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a
I don't
cocktail
feel
going.
nothing.
some of the
Yeah, I
philosophies that you could
understand.
think of and go by, but it's like you
Yeah,
said before, you pretty much have to unlearn to relearn,
Right,
because
right,
the old me was like, okay, making the money now, shit, I'm about to blow through this. But
hmm,
hmm,
then the new me is like, it's not wealth is not, how was it worded? Wealth is not based on um what you can buy. Wealth is based on what you can refuse.
wow,
Because back then it's like, oh man, I want this, I want that, and it's almost like you had to settle for it. But it's
right,
like,
hmm,
well, I don't want the M2, but I want the M3. Okay,
right,
I can refuse that.
right.
hmm.
And that's a big part, man. Discipline, man. That's a very big
Yes,
part of our growth that we should implement more and more, for the simple reason you'll have more and more. and not meaning possessions, not material things, but knowledge of self and knowledge that you
Mm-hmm.
will be stronger to refuse
Mm,
the things that tempt
Yeah.
you, the things that are very, very desirable, but you're like, hey, you know what? Nah, man, give me another 4 years before I can buy that car. And then I'm gonna buy it
Right.
flat out. I'm not gonna
yeah.
buy. I'm gonna
Yep.
probably put a
Not financing.
6 months worth of payments on it just to make my credit bump up, because
Mm-hmm.
if you make payments on stuff, I think it's a year to 6 months. I'm not sure exactly. I got to look that up again. But I think it's like if you leave like 1 year worth of payments or 6 months worth of payments on that car note, instead of just going and buy the car flat out, it depreciates faster. And then if you were to pay majority of it, 95% of it, and leave the 5% for the payout.
Mm,
Right.
And that right there would make you will boost your credit up even more because they see you made a big purchase, but you didn't finalize the purchase.
right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like I tell people,
Yeah, cause
pay on your credit
yeah.
card twice a month instead of once a month.
Yep.
Even if
Absolutely.
both payments are minimum payments, you pay on it
Yeah.
twice a month.
Mm,
And you pay it off twice as fast that way.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And and what I found out is that having no credit is actually worse than having bad credit.
Right.
Because when I came back from Germany, when I came back to the States, I couldn't get a loan for anything because I had no credit history. But for damn near 15, 20 years I was in
mm,
Germany, I wasn't buying anything, nothing on payments. And
Right.
everything I bought before I went, I paid in cash.
Right.
And
Mm.
so I had to go through getting secured credit cards and start building up my credit like that
And bro,
and
we was
figuring
taught
everything
that
out.
was a bad thing.
Yeah,
We was taught that was a bad thing to
yeah.
to put
Going
stuff
into
on
debt was
layaway.
bad.
Yeah, put it on
Yeah.
layaway. Man, I ain't putting nothing on layaway. I got that. And it's like we didn't realize that would have built our credit up. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
exactly.
Because they see you making payment, they see your payment history. Once you leave a paper trail in this government, you'll see the changes and you'll
Yeah.
see what they'll do for you. But if you don't
Yep,
have a paper trail, if
exactly.
you just around here with a big money, big wad of cash, and you talking about give it to me, I got you.
Hmm.
Then you don't even have credit building up.
Right.
And
And
like
when you
John Hope
actually
Bryant said,
need it,
if y'all looking at look at John Hope Bryant's information, his pages and his stuff, man. He gives you the real deal. He gives you what's real. It's like he was saying
right.
on one thing, the future is credit. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not gonna be using um anything pretty much for his paper go because the credit is what you're gonna need to buy a house to. They even look at your credit to get a job now.
Now, yeah,
Certain jobs, let me say that. Not all, but
yeah.
certain jobs. So these
Especially if it's a high paying job, they're gonna look at it.
exactly.
Anything to do with
yeah.
finances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything dealing with finances, because hold on, his credit score 410. we gonna trust him with this? Like,
So he qualified, but not with that credit. We can't give him this job.
Not with us. He don't
Nah,
qualify with us, but he qualified.
yeah.
qualify for
Man, yeah.
EBT.
That's
I
crazy.
was at the
But
store earlier.
yeah,
They had some people mad because they couldn't buy the soft drinks and the cookies and the
man.
candy because they
Wow.
snatched that from the EBT card. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta get water. Yeah, it's for the kids.
Well, we got this
Yeah.
new card now, man, where we can get like it's a health card, like through my
Hmm.
insurance, through my health insurance, we can buy the soaps. We can buy anything in the grocery store except for alcohol.
Okay.
So we can buy the soaps, the detergents, the cleaning supplies and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
plus with the food. So it's like through certain insurance companies, we starting to see a reform happen. We're starting to see a change happen because they're looking at the difference in, okay, this man only gets this X amount of dollars every month. He has to pay co-payments or he has to pay these type of things. So we're gonna help him by adding $100 a month for him to get X, Y, and Z.
Hmm.
You know, and $100 a month may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but if you doing the real homework on you in the grocery store and you buying groceries for yourself only, $100 a month go a long way.
True.
You know. But if you buying for the
Definitely true.
family, you know that ain't number two meals. But at the
Depends on where you go. That might be only
yeah,
one.
man. Shit, it ain't even know where you can't go. You can go to Aldi's right now. And you gonna be paying out the wazoo.
For real. That's
But
for
yeah,
sure.
man. But yeah, we got to get back to the Marcus Garvey. You know, he pushed black economics independence, global trading,
Hmm.
even launched his black-owned business like the Black Star Line, which was a shipping company.
Right.
And once we realized export import is still one of the biggest businesses, like I used to do what I used to do when we were selling towel. I used to have this guy from the Gold Coast, Ivory Coast rather, in Africa.
Hmm.
He's from Ivory Coast, and he used to promote the Tava tea for me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So while he promoted, they couldn't accept it in Africa because of the guidelines, their ingredient guidelines. So he couldn't accept the product, but I would pay him $30, $20 just to promote on his page every day for a month.
Hmm.
So that's like you going to Fiverr and you get one of these people over there across seas to draw you up a whole logo, and you only pay them
Right.
probably like $10 or $20. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Same thing with the Ivory Coast. We got to start realizing that economic reform is just not about America. It's about world globally.
Mhm.
Like Marcus
Yeah.
Garvey did. You know, he wanted global trade. Like we got to make this a normal thing. When we go visit these people country, get to know them,
Mhm. Right.
take their number. They on WhatsApp. You know, everybody over there in Africa on WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Because remember when I was doing that stuff over the summer at LSU and we had those African students. I mean,
Right.
they
Hmm.
all gave me their like they reached out to me through WhatsApp. A lot of them
Every
on
I'm
Instagram.
talking about
Just
every
like
day. They
yeah,
will call
Yeah.
you every day.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you really
Multiple
want to
times. Yeah.
Yeah, you really want to see a change, man, in your business and all of that. Definitely go to WhatsApp, talk to them because they want to be a part of us. They want to be a part of the culture, bro. Even the Chinese people want to be a part of our culture, not America's
Yeah.
culture, but the
The black
melanated
culture.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
They always have. Everybody wants to be like us. They just don't want to be us. They don't want our problems. But we
Well,
got too much swag, so everybody wants that. They
but we
like the
don't
way
even.
we move, the way
But
we
Mike,
act.
on the real, we don't even have them problems anymore. If you can
Yeah.
make $1 billion in America right now, I mean, you know, look how many millionaires we have. We really don't have problems, but we keep remembering instead of
Well,
reflecting.
you know, there's some truth to that. But when you walk down the street in an everyday life, you will be reminded. It ain't just about what you do, but just your everyday interactions. You will be reminded that you are still a black man in America.
Well,
And
it's
that's
where
whether
you
you're
go.
looking for it or not.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I
just say
mean,
this right
I'm
here.
all over.
It's all
You can
about where
close
you
your eyes
going.
to it. No, that's not just about where you going. I hear it every day. I'm
Well,
picking up people every day from the hood, from the rich hotels in the city, in Orlando, from all these different hotels and stuff. And I hear
but
the conversations.
I'm just
So
saying,
So
that
Mike,
I
goes
Mike,
already know.
Mike.
so that goes
I
back to
listen to
you
these
saying.
motherfuckers trying to sing black music, try to act
How
like they all cool and shit. Dude,
how do they
you will
remind
be
you? Like when
reminded.
you drop them out, they be like, "Thank you, nigga."
Hey, I don't think any of them want to actually go to the hospital because that's where they be on their way to. They
Oh,
don't
So
atta
say
Mike,
boy.
that. No, but you can
That
listen to the conversation. I mean,
but that
even like
goes
if I'm listening to the radio and they talk about Donald Trump, you can hear in the back seat the gas. What are these people talking about? My president? You can hear the comments. Hey, it's
so
just
that
like
goes
when you're
but
a black man.
brother, hold up. You done gave enough
Go ahead.
examples. that goes right back to what I just said. It's all about where you going. I don't hear them
bro.
conversations because I'm not
I'm
picking
all over
nobody
the
up.
place. I'm
I'm
all
not
over the
picking the
place.
people,
I'm
but
just
that's what I'm.
saying that it ain't just you.
But I'm
Everybody
saying,
that's listening to our
how
show,
many people
you
are
trying to tell
getting?
me?
How many
You
people
trying
have
to
a
tell
courier
me that
service, bro? How many people have a courier service? How
how
many?
many people who have their own business where they not in the streets? You're going to tell me that the show that we're doing to help our people is only people who don't go out in the community?
No,
That
what I'm
our
saying,
lives are so
I
much
think you
different than
miss. I
everybody
think you
else's?
miss. I think you're not getting what I'm saying.
I'm
You're
getting what you're
saying what
saying,
you're
but I'm
saying,
also looking at reality. I'm
and
looking at reality. The
your
reality
reality,
is we still black men in America.
but that's
It
your
doesn't
reality.
matter where we hang out.
Yeah, it
Okay,
does.
that might just be mine. Okay,
It's your reality
I know a whole lot of brothers that thought they
because
were
they
more
got
than
they
what they
got the
were
same
until they
reality.
got stopped.
They got the
Until
same
they
reality
got
you got.
stopped on the street. I know
Yeah,
a damn foot. Hey, they were just talking about blacks this weekend. A football player got jumped. He wasn't hanging out in the streets. He was going to a club. He got jumped because he was an athlete. Hey,
okay.
reality is real. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You might not see it on a daily basis, but it's still there. It's
we
still
know it.
real.
But the
And
thing
we
is,
ain't the only ones. It
but
ain't
my
that we
point,
changing our lives don't mean everybody out there has.
but
So the
my point is
conversation
this.
ain't about me or you.
My point is this right here. I stay in my bubble. I go exactly where I need to go. If I feel like I'm gonna be going out of bounds, I'm already had that mindset. And it's not gonna be attracting negativity. I really know. I ain't gonna say I believe, I know for a fact. The way I think, the way I perceive, and the way that I judge is what the reflection is gonna come back to me. I go out that
Hmm.
door, bro. I don't even consider myself as part of their community. So the universe and my ancestors, they don't give me the part of their community. See, they know who to give the troubles to. They know who to fight with. They know it's like any neighborhood you go to. You know who to fight with. The government knows who to fight with. Not saying that
Okay.
I'm part of the problem of a government issue, but I'm just saying this right here. When I walk out the door, my whole demeanor is not to be played with. And I smile. Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? But at the same time,
Yeah.
I see people always ask me, man, why are you looking so serious? And I don't even know it's on my face. Because I got that. I had to have that for so many years growing up in the hood. To where if you ain't practicing looking, if you ain't got that unit on your face, they trying you.
Hmm.
They coming. So what I'm saying to you is everybody is not getting that. You saying that everybody is going to be a part of that. Everybody, not me, because I don't put myself out there like that. I don't want to be
What?
involved. If I talk to a business owner, it's going to be one that I respect. And
Hmm.
we're going to do business under the table. You know how many under the table deals there's going down every day that the
Hmm.
government is not involved in, that taxes are not involved in, not illegal business. I'm talking about legal business.
Hmm.
So when you put yourself in a mindset of say, man, we going around the table, man. But building the table, we don't want to build no table. We going around the table and we gonna go do some things that they don't even have a part of. They not even supposed to get a plate over here. They didn't put no seasoning in this food, man. So they don't get none of this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got that kind of information. I got that kind of mindset to where we talking code over the phone. Yeah, man. Hey, I got $1 for this. Or I got $2 for that. Say, man, you want to come holler at me, man, about that issue? Who knows what we talking about?
Okay.
You see what I'm
I hear
saying?
you.
So it's all about how you perceive it, how you keep that in your head that just because somebody having a conversation, that's where you see it. Me, if I hear people having a conversation, I don't think twice about it because it's not my business. If my name ain't being called, not my business. Like what Bill Cosby said, he just listened for his name. That's it.
That's all right too.
Hmm.
You remember that episode?
Yeah, because that's what I do. Like I can be in a room with these people. I can give a fuck less about what they're talking about. But if I hear my name, yeah,
Then I'm like, huh?
yeah. Because I
Right.
mean, if you and I are having a conversation and then somebody, a hater or whoever, just try to come interrupt, it's like because the how can I put it? The world, they hate it when they can't put you in,
A bubble.
when they hate when they can't put you in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
hate when they can't give you a title. Oh,
Right.
that's just such and such. So I
Right.
can be this
Mm-hmm.
way today and be a whole nother way tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as long as they can't put a label on you, it's like they're scared. They don't know how to come at you. They
They
don't
don't
know what
know
to
which
say. They
way to
don't know what to
come.
do. And it's like, oh
Right.
well,
Right.
I wonder what kind of mood he gonna be in. Like, I don't know. Y'all can find out tomorrow.
But
Got you,
yeah,
got you.
I'm
But
always
see,
going to be. I'm always going to be in a good mood.
Oh yeah,
Every day is a good mood until
hey,
you touch the wrong button.
yeah. They just had to learn the difference. Like, learn the
but see,
difference in the
that's me.
smile. There's the higher your ass and the
That's
fire
me.
your
But
ass.
the thing, what I'm saying is the reality of life.
Hmm?
Your
No
life.
matter your mindset, eventually you're
Your
going to
life.
run across people. All right, Keith, I know you're above everybody else. You
I'm
don't
above.
walk this earth.
You right.
You don't
You
walk
right.
this earth.
I'm
Okay,
telling you.
so we would let
That's
you
the
be you,
mindset that
and
I got.
everybody else will be them.
That's
I
We
don't
right.
let
walk this
we'll
earth.
let it go that way.
I would never put myself in a whole class of people who ain't who ain't headed to where they need to go. You see what I'm saying? Why
Hmm.
would I? Why? It's just like you saying, say, man, I'm
So
part of the
who are we talking
Marine,
to in the show?
but
What's
I'm
the
part of
show
the
for?
Marine.
Who are
The
we talking to?
the show is
Tell me
for
that.
educational purposes only.
Okay, so who are we educating?
The
If
ones who
everybody
the
is on that
only
level, who we
you're
educating?
educating the people that you relate to. I'm educating the people that I relate to. That's how that works. People, the
Okay,
when I speak, people listen to what I'm saying. When you speak, people listen to what you're saying, and they take
exactly.
what the value of it. They take the value part and they take it and reform themselves into what they need to be. Because when we talking
Okay,
on two different levels, who's going to tell you that you're wrong? Because you got people that's going through what you're going through. But if I can say, hey, man, that's not my world. I got people who are saying, bro, that's not my world. It's the way it is. The world, you can't put everybody in one basket. It don't
I
work
never
like
did
that.
that.
You just
I
said
didn't do
it, bro.
that. No, I said there are people,
You
and
said
reality
reality.
of life will bring you back to reality. 'Cause life is going
You
to be
said,
life, and no matter what,
I
right?
don't know if you really be listening to what you're saying, but you said everybody gonna have to face reality one day. Everybody.
All right, and you don't think they will?
No,
Because your reality is the way you perceive it. You're
that's right.
telling me that your reality is different than what I perceive. And
That's
I'm
right.
telling you that when we're talking to our people out here that's watching the show,
Right.
not everybody is on the same level,
Right.
right?
Right.
Everybody's not on your level. Everybody
Right.
don't think like you. Everybody
Right.
doesn't think like me. So
So that's
reality is
why we
going to
need
hit
both of
everybody
that's why we need both
differently.
of our perspectives. That's the reasoning we need this having this conversation right now. That's the reasoning for this conversation. So that we
I
can have
got you.
because nobody's going through life the same, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's
You're
not.
absolutely right. Oh,
So that's the bottom line. That's all I'm
I
saying
got
is that what I perceive and what you perceive is two totally different things. I won't see it
you. True.
like that ever again because I know how to maneuver in a room full of sharks, man.
Got you.
I've been around
Got you.
cutthroat family members. You think a government who don't even know my name gonna have something to do with me? And if the government really wants you, they already got a file on you and they not even asking questions. They talking about come this way, Keith. They got your name, your nickname. They got everything about you, bro. I done seen the feds come in and take people away. You have too. So, it's not the fact that I'm going to say I'm above all. I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to stay in my lane to what's going to keep paying me. And I'm not going to go outside of that. Whoever's talking about or gasping when I say certain things, I'm going to let them be excited about it. I'm going to let them be entertained by it. But I'm going to keep on being me, though.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to ever ever reform to what they want me to see or what they think that they want me to be. It's
Or to
never
be
gonna
what they
happen.
want, right?
I'll never be what they want me to be. Ever. So that's why we had people like Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois. That's why they had their own program. See, they got their own system. This is people who are not thinking like the average black person at this time. Booker T. Washington,
Hmm.
1800s, bro, they was slavery still going on. It was still
Yep.
slavery. But he had a whole agenda on promoting rather black economics and self-reliance in the 1800s, early 1900s, bro. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to always have some people who are not the masses, who are not even thinking like the masses, who are
Of
not even
course.
putting themselves in these categories as the masses. I don't want to be a part of the masses. The 85% is the garbagest people in the world because they're doing nothing but following.
Hmm.
They're not reforming their minds. They're not trying to change the economic branches of life. They are accepting what God, what the people is giving them. Hey man, here go your job. That's your job title. Go do it. And if you talk back, give me your job back. That's the problem with a lot of us because we caught up in a system that we don't believe that we can get out of. I don't think like that. I don't think that we still living in a day and age of slavery and slave minds because I ain't put myself in a slave position. And when I do talk to a person of opposite color, it's got to be the boss. I never talk to a worker and you the other person. You from the other side. Man, you got me messed up. When I know I go out here every day and build things with these hands and I make this money with these hands, bro. I do this on my own. I don't care what the government got going on. That's not my business because that ain't what's paying me. I'm not part of a government official. That's why I love economic reform. So you got people like these people who are coming up with their own ideas to create a whole totally new system of building black people up. And we're not worried about what they did in the past. We don't care who they look at like whatever. We don't care. Because you
Okay,
got
I
to have
see.
warriors in this world. If you ain't got no warriors in this world, you got a whole bunch of saints who ain't gonna get nothing.
Well, I hear you. I understand your point. And I also believe that if you don't know and understand your history, you're destined to repeat it. So our history and economic reform is actually what we're talking about. So how can we have the topic without talking about the history? So you're talking about W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus
But that's the
Garvey,
history, right?
yeah,
Where did
Booker
WD?
T. Washington. You got
Yeah,
Ida B. Wells. You got A.
right.
Randolph. You got a whole lot of people.
But
I
see,
got
did
all
they?
these
But did
notes
they?
about what they did, what their accomplishments were, what their contributions were
Right.
to economic reform. I got all that. But I
Okay.
also got the fact that when slavery came about, slavery was about unpaid labor. We were the ones who built America. We actually built the economic wealth of the country. We weren't paid for it when slavery ended. That was our whole point, was to try to become wealthy, to build generational wealth. All these things were in history. And it came down, it went from slavery to reform to the Black Power movement, all the way
Okay.
through the Civil Rights movement.
Okay.
Everything throughout history. What happened, how it reformed, how
Okay.
the
So let me
reform
ask
came
you this.
about.
I got a question for you.
Hmm.
You're more focused on the negativity of it, how it did us, how it turned us down. Me, I'm looking at the positive part of it. What did this guy do to get himself and he tried to get other people? I'm looking at Harriet. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I'm looking at the person who's going in and getting the people and bringing. I'm looking at the superheroes who did their part. I'm not looking at the slave who stayed a slave. I don't have a slave mindset. So I can't even
Okay,
think a
so
slave thought. I
you
just
talked
can't.
about Booker T. Washington. You talked about W.E.B. Du Bois. You talk about Marcus Garvey. You're talking about A. Philip Randolph, Ida
Right,
B. Wells. There's
right, right.
so many that did
That
the
did
things
positive. That did
exactly.
positive.
So how am I focusing on the negative if I got all of these people in my notes? And not only
Because
the
you keep
names, but
because you
what
keep
they
bringing
actually
about
did.
because you keep
I
bringing
keep
about
bringing
the
up the fact
negative.
that you got to know your history in order to form your future.
But you keep talking
I
about the
don't care
negative
how
part of
you
it.
look at it.
You keep talking about the negative part of it,
What
though.
in our history was so positive, other
These
than the
people
people
right
who
here you
did
just
positive
named.
things?
The people you just named. That's the positive thing, bro. You just
Okay,
named them.
so the fact that we were slaves and we were doing work and that we didn't
You
get
keep
paid for
thinking
what we
slave.
did.
See, you're stuck on the slave part of it. I'm stuck on the entrepreneur part of it. I'm not thinking about the slaves. I'm not.
Okay,
The slaves
well,
freed themselves, really.
so that's how we keep jumping around on the topics. I
Right.
see.
Yeah, because you're thinking about slaves. I'm not thinking about slaves. I'm thinking about the entrepreneurs. I'm thinking about the people who said, fuck y'all. I'm going to go out here and do what I want to do. Them the people I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about the people who stayed on the plantation. I'm not thinking about them, bro. We got a different mindset going here. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. My mind is telling you, hey, bro, we got some people that said, fuck y'all. We gonna change some worlds around here. You're
Hmm.
thinking about, man, we were slaves. We got stuck. We didn't get to do nothing. I'm telling you, we got to do what we wanted to do because that's who's showing. That's the names you called. Them are all of the people who did what the fuck they wanted to do, bro.
Have you looked? Have you listened to any other recaps that I did?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of the one you did on TikTok, I think.
I did all of them, the last three,
Oh, okay.
and ain't none of that stuff that you said had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
But
So I'm
that's
not
not what we're
stuck
talking
on
about right
slavery.
now. We're
I'm
talking
not
about right
stuck
now.
on
We're
the.
not talking about the recaps, though, Mike. We can't go back and there we go going backwards again. We got to
All
take the
right, then.
positive from what we got these guys done talked about, what they done did.
Okay, then let's go to the positive because you seem to misunderstand. You seem to think that I'm standing in quicksand, not
Okay.
moving anywhere. So let's see
Right.
where you're going. Let's just go ahead with what you're doing.
No, I'm trying to get you, I'm not trying to get you to realize anything. I'm just wanting you to hear from two sides of the story.
I'm hearing
Because
both sides
you
of the
keep
story.
telling me about your
You
side
seem
of
to,
the story.
and you
And
keep telling me about yours. And I'm
well,
telling you, it's
I
all
keep
one
giving you
story. You got to get both sides. One side ain't going to do much for you. If you don't know the bad, how you going to appreciate the good?
I don't need to know the bad. I've lived it.
Okay.
So why would I keep reiterating the bad if I really lived it? And I
All
know it's a good
right.
side over there. I know it's something good over there. Why would I keep putting myself into a bad thought? Why? Why would I remind myself I was a slave? Why?
Okay. Well, to be honest, I don't think I've ever been a slave, but I do know what
Yeah,
slaves
you
went
have.
through,
You
and
signed
I
up for
know
the
that I
government. You
worked
signed up
myself
for a
out.
government job. When you signed up
Hmm.
for that service, you was a slave. Might don't
Yeah,
look at it like that, but you sure had to take orders. You sure
yeah,
had to
I
do what they
did.
said do.
I
And you
did,
wore the
and I got to
uniform.
learn a whole lot.
Yeah, you might learn. Shit, the
I
motherfuckers
learned
who was in the
enough to
field
not be a
learned too.
slave again.
That's why they got that's why they got the cotton gin. Because they was out in the field. They got tired of picking that cotton. They said, "Man, we got a cotton gin over here, man. I ain't gonna keep sticking my fingers in this damn cotton thing and sticking myself." That's why they come up with the cotton gin. You think people was in a recession? I mean, within a bad state, wasn't thinking about reforming themselves out of that state of mind? That's the part of the reform that we don't listen to. We said that we get so caught up in what's wrong in this world. What about the shit that's right? Every day I come home and I thank God for the things that I seen what was going good today. I cannot put myself back into no depression state of thinking, oh boy, Donald Trump on the news today and he did this. Man, boy, man, I had a bad day today. I had some people come in my car and they were just so rude and racist. Man, if I did that, bro, you know how bad off I'd be? I'd be thanking God that I made it home today. I'd be thanking God that I ain't get shot today.
or shot
I be
somebody.
thinking about nothing negative, bro. I be thanking God for the little things. Say, man, I'm glad I still got breath, man, in my lungs, man. I'm not thinking about nothing in the past that was negative, man. I'm thinking about these guys in the past who did some righteous stuff. That's who I am. Anything else, I don't know about. That's all I do is think about righteous, man. The good in everything. I look at the good in every bad situation. That's me. I'm not saying that's what everybody has to do. I'm saying that's what I do. If I don't look at the good in every situation, man, shit, bro, you people be lost, man. And there's so many lost people out here in this world because they don't look at the good in every situation. And there is some good in every situation. Even when somebody dies in your family that you was closest to, now you know, shit, let me get on my job because I know this was close to home. So now I got to go work harder. I got to get smarter. I got to educate myself and the family members coming behind me. Can't think about, oh boy, they gone. Boy, I remember when we used to, man, they ain't going through all that, man.
I thought you was going a different route with that. Like, damn, they died. We're about to get that insurance money, baby.
Only you. Only
Auntie had that money.
Auntie had that bread. And then too much. I'm not staying stuck off into them. If we having this conversation, I'm not caught up in what was transpired. I've moved on from that. That's how quick I get over life. Anything that happened 2 minutes ago, I remind myself that's part of the past. And I'm not entertaining the past. I just don't do it. And I'm still happy. And I can still come hug your neck and still high five you right now. I ain't mad at nobody. Not in this world. Because I do my homework. I study the lessons that need to be studied. I do my homework. When I'm riding in the car, I got my headphones on. I'm listening to 19 Keys, or I'm listening to somebody who's Nuri Muhammad. I'm listening to education because I didn't know that shit before. So I'm not sitting up here dwelling, thinking, talking to people who are depressed, functional depression. I'm not listening to the functional depression people. I'm not listening to the people who remind themselves of what they don't have, because what you don't have is something you didn't need. Plain and simple. Not at that moment. And if you really want it, you'll go work hard for it and get it. So me, on my mindset, I'm all about these guys who we just named. Even Robert F. Smith, you know what I'm saying? A venture capitalist. He's trying to show people that we're going to close this wealth gap. It's done. It's people are in the making of doing. These are the people that I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of somebody who keeps reminding themselves of what we did wrong and what went wrong with us. Because what went wrong with us is not going to get us to the future. In order to get to the future, you have to remind yourself of the future. You have to practice the future. You have to be a part of your future every 5 minutes. And the only way to do that, you reflect on the past. Reflect on the negativity that happened to us. You don't live in it. You don't stay with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't keep bringing that to the forefront of your mind. I'm not saying what nobody else should do. I'm telling you what I do. I live in a positive life. I keep myself at a positive pace because I know what negativity looks like. It's like a bull seeing red. Kill him. I wasn't trained to shoot by a government. I trained myself to shoot because of the environment that I was in. I had to know how to shoot because there's people shooting at me. I had to go outside and fight because it was niggas beating me up when I didn't know how to fight. I'm a self-taught millionaire. I'm a self-taught millionaire, bro. That's who I am. And I'm not thinking about nothing negative. All I'm thinking about is reforming my pockets for my kids, for my generational wealth. I'm thinking about my grandkids, how I can make them better. That's why I speak the way I speak. That's why I study these words. I'm not studying the words to remember the past. No, I'm studying the words so I can grab something that was beneficial in these words to where I can take it with me and keep moving forward. I'm not stuck nowhere. I'm not. Never going to be ever again. I've lived the depression life. I've been there. I was so depressed, I was on 3 different drugs at one time. and I still felt the pain. So I can't see myself doing what I did already. I can't see myself thinking about doing what I did. I can't remind myself of past experiences. I can reflect though and say, hey, you know what? I didn't do this financial literacy test the right way. Let me go back and reform. Go ahead, brother.
I just want to say something about the 3 drugs. The measurements probably wasn't right because it was like 3 ounces of this, 2 ounces of that, and maybe a gram of this. And when I'm on 3 drugs, I feel great. No pain, no gain.
No pain,
Yeah.
no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
No, brother, I ain't got no problem, Mike. I'm just letting you know, man. It's a different world out here for me. That's all I'm gonna say. For me, it's a totally different world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Because
yeah.
I don't want to call it poor mouth conversation, but when I hear like other workers talking about, oh man, and it's like it just drains you when you hear all that
Mhm.
depressing shit and
Yeah,
what they're going through, and it's like their
right.
stories don't change, and
It gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
The story
yeah,
gets worse.
Yeah.
and it's like, bro, chill. Like, I'm not my ancestors. So
Mm.
you sit up here hollering about this and hollering about that. They used to get chased around on horses. I'm like, the car I drive every day have 500 horsepower.
You
I'm
feel
winning
me?
here.
Yeah, I'm in
So
that now. Yeah, I'm in that
yeah,
500 horsepower. Whatever they did back then, I don't know. I got a pistol. I got one registered, one unregistered. Take your pick. Shit, whichever one you want that day. Take your pick.
yeah. Like I said, a hug or a slug. It's your choice.
Mm-hmm. True that.
A hug or a slug. Which one you want? I'm good with either
Either
one.
way, I'm innocent.
Yeah, man, that's all, brother. It ain't no harm, no foul, but we just got different of opinions on certain things, and how I see things and how you see things is going to be different because my mindset is about remembering my future, and I can't remember my
Mm-hmm.
future by thinking about what's in the car with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you wrong because you not, because that's your reality. That's the way you live. That's the way you got set up. I mean, that's the way you set up mentally. I'm not set up like that under any conditions. I'm not.
And the fact that everybody's given the same 24 hours, I'm not gonna say that, well, I would say I like to ride that fine median. So it's like, okay, 24 hours, 24 hours. Okay, are we gonna enjoy this? Are we gonna try and accomplish that? Or are we going to reflect about this? Because I mean, one of them's gonna keep you down. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you can't take an Adderall and go to sleep. You can't snort coke
Don't work. It's like
and go
snorting an
swimming.
ounce of cocaine. I'm gonna
Yeah,
snort an ounce of cocaine and go to
yeah.
sleep. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
what am
snort
I doing?
cocaine and be sad. So unless the recipe is wrong.
The recipe had
For
to be
real.
wrong. No, man, it's all love, brother. It's all love. I just don't think like everybody else. Some people think. My mindset is totally different. I'm on a different trajectory of life. I can't see myself not being a part of this economic reform that's going on right now. Because nobody in my family doing what I did or what I'm doing right now. Nobody. I don't have one business owner in my family. Everybody works for somebody. My sister, I got a sister, she does real estate, but I think she has a broker that she works under. So it's like everybody does something for somebody else.
Right.
So I feel special because I know I'm special. I know I'm different. I know it. A lot of people can't even feel these 15s that I put on every day. They can't even get close to feeling them because I took everything that I've been through and I put it into a place of growth. I put it into a place of I have to be better than what I was yesterday. I can't think about negative things. I can't think about past experience that's gonna hold me down and say, hey, this the way life is. Nope, not my life, not my reality. My reality ain't like that because I know I ain't gonna allow it to be like that. Make up my mind every day to where I will not be like I used to be. And I used to be a mutt. I used to be a real mutt outside. Ain't give a damn where I went. I'm roaming every alley I can find. Didn't care what they was doing. Oh, they shooting down there? Let me run to the shootout. Let me run over there and see what who's shooting. Which one of y'all had the gun? Yeah, I was different, bro. I went outside to see the fight. I ain't never go, oh, they out there fighting. Let me run in the house. No, I ran outside to see who fighting. That was me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do what people do. I don't think like other people. I just can't see myself like being about somebody else. I'm in a whole nother environment than where I grew up at. Now I'm succeeding way better than the people who are from here.
That's my situation.
That takes a different mindset, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take no slave mindset. They don't take no I'm a worker, I'm a this, I'm a that. It takes I'm the boss and I'm gonna fucking be the boss. I ain't asking these suckers for nothing. I'm gonna present myself in a masculine manner, and I'm gonna say, hey, do you need? And then it really ain't got to say it no more because, like Alejandro, you ain't got to tell people, man, come try this food. You got 1,000 people that already tried the food. They said they love it. So what we
Right.
gonna ask is it good for? Man, if it's good to you, if it ain't good to you, it don't even matter at this point. I got 3 phone calls today. Customers saying, "Hey, man, I ain't forgot about you. When you think you can put me into the your list of things to do because I've already did the work. I've already put in the work. So all I gotta do now is wait on the phone calls because everybody needs something done at their house. I'm serving a problem. I'm solving a problem. I always tell people all the time, you gotta have a solution-based mindset. And that's just not a conversation. That's telling you for real, have a solution to every problem that comes your way. I don't care what it is, you know? But man, we done went over the time and we ain't talked about no reforming. Yeah. But we had a good conversation, brother. I just want you to know, Mike, I appreciate the
Yep.
conversation.
So do I, bro.
No
So
doubt.
do I.
You know, it's just difference of life, difference of opinions, difference of viewpoints, you know.
Hmm.
Everybody's not going to think the same. I don't care what reality that you may want to put them in, but everybody's not in the same reality. I know I'm not,
Right.
you know. I just can't see myself being like everybody or the reality that when you go outside. I can't be the one when I go outside. It's a certain type of reality. I'm never going to be that person. I'm never going to be like that because I put myself in that and it didn't give me shit. So I took myself out of that. Put your left foot in, you take your left foot out, you put your
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like if it's not going to benefit me, I don't want
right.
any. I had
I
somebody
don't
ask
want
me
it.
today,
Right.
like, does everybody tell you yeah? I was like 99.9%. Yeah.
99.9, yeah,
Like,
because that's who I am.
That's it.
yeah.
I hardly ever heard no,
Yeah.
you know, because I know what questions and how to word the question. I know how to make people feel good, so I know I'm going to get that in return from people who know how to receive
Oh,
that. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Because I don't accept no from anybody who can't tell me yes. So
Right.
that's the main, bro. When I tell you like uh between Machiavelli and 40 Laws of Power, look,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
put me in a
That's
room with
what that is.
anybody.
That's what that
Yeah,
is.
we
Yes, sir.
good.
Yeah, man. But
True.
say, man, it's been we can come back and visit this next week since we didn't get it all the way out.
All right.
We can come back with some extra, but we just wanted y'all to know that Black history is everyday history, man, and we wanted y'all to know that the things that we do every day is because somebody did it before us. Somebody gave it black. Somebody melanated gave you this reason, these platforms, these, cell phones and computers and all of this. So I'm not looking at the bad part of life. I'm looking at what we did great, what happened great, what we accomplished in a great feat. whatever happened in the past that was bad, that's what happened to them. And that's what they allowed, you know, because I can't see myself being on a plantation with 300 people and you got 2 slave owners telling me to sit down somewhere. It just don't make sense to me. If it's 300 of me and it's only y'all up there, it's like Django. Django showed you.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to none of this. Yeah, I'm a free man.
Yeah.
And I'm a whip. Yeah, I'm gonna whip these suckers. Y'all want to see Y'all want to see me kill somebody? That's what that fool said. I looked at Django the other day. I was just some Black History moments, man.
Oh yeah.
You got to look at the D is silent.
Yep. I
But
just
yeah,
want to go
man.
out saying, money does not define your worth. It just expose your weakness.
That's beautiful.
True that. True that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, you got something for us?
Well, yeah, I'll say a people denied ownership will always be forced into survival. But the people who reclaim economics reclaim destiny.
That's for real. See there? Scholar. The scholar is in the building. All I'm going to say is, man, y'all stay out y'all own way. And you can get to where you're trying to get to.
For real.
That's it.
And
But we're
remember,
going to do it
slavery was a
again next week,
choice.
y'all. We appreciate y'all for listening to us and tuning in. Because we had a nice crowd tonight. We did. I guess they like to hear people going back and forth.
Oh yeah, it builds up the algorithm.
Hey,
Yeah,
yep.
it brought in some numbers tonight. We had some numbers up there tonight, man. I ain't seen double digits in a minute. We was in the double
That'll work.
digits. But hey, man, till next week, we're gonna do it again. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. That
Peace.
was a good show. It was still a
Y'all have
good
a good
show.
one, folks. You